Football Manager 26 is a masterpiece. This isn't just an update, it's a genuine leap forward for the series. Forget everything you thought you knew about FM, because FM26 completely rewrites the playbook. Now, before we dive in, a quick note. This is part of a 2-video experiment. I'm releasing both a positive and negative FM26 review video at the same time. This video is going to focus only on what FM26 gets right. If you want to hear the critical take, that's in the companion video. There's a link to that down in the description below. So let's try to keep the comments in the right place. Celebrate what works here and save the rants for the other one. Cool? Cool. And of course, if you're enjoying the game and want to see more FM26 content, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn your notifications on for daily Football Manager videos. Now, let's start with the match engine, because this is hands down the best it's ever been. The ball movement, silky. Player animations finally look and feel like real footballers, not robotic mannequins. One Redditor nailed it when they said through balls FTW, which I think still means for the win. If that means something else now in 2025, I apologise. They also said tap-ins FTW. Yes and yes. It's fluid, it's smart, and it requires tactical nuance. You'll notice smarter AI, defenders tracking runners more naturally, midfielders stepping up to close down space, strikers making clever diagonal runs. Matches feel less like scripted sequences and more like living, breathing football. And let's not forget, it directly addresses the single biggest criticism that they've faced for the last 5+ years. The previous match engine wasn't fit for purpose for a modern football simulation. The grumpy gooses shouted and complained about it for so long that Sports Interactive finally listened and have delivered you exactly what you asked for. A modern match engine that plays like real football and has shiny modern graphics. Then there's the dual formation system, and this, honestly, is awesome. You're no longer just picking a formation, you're crafting an identity for your team. The ability to define in-possession and out-of-possession shapes separately adds a level of control and realism that FM fans have been begging for. One fan said it best: I really enjoy the in-possession, out-of-possession feature. Player roles make a lot more sense now, and I could not agree more. I understand what's going on. Seemingly for the first time ever, it stopped being abstract and started making sense. And it's opened the door for hybrid tactics as well. False nines who drop deep when attacking but shift into a pressing trap out of possession. This is the kind of complexity that transforms FM into football theory in motion. And like I say, even I, the biggest set it and forget it 4-2-3-1 gegenpress merchant out there, have found myself fiddling with the new tactic system and enjoying experimenting with different combinations and learning what they do in the match engine. And you can feel that depth in the match engine. Formations flex, roles morph on the fly. It's genuinely awesome and a huge leap forward for the series. Want to press high and trap the wings but still defend in a 4-4-2 mid block? Done. Want to build in a 3-2-5 and collapse into a 5-3-2 in defence? Fill your boots! The tactical sandbox has never been this fun. If they've managed to get even me fiddling with tactics and learning what some of these new hipster tactical terms mean, then you know they've done something right. And I touched on it before, but let's go into it in a little bit more detail, because it seems insane to be saying it for an FM game based on where we've come from. But the visual polish, the matchday presentation is stunning. The new broadcast overlays and cinematic camera angles make it feel like you're managing a match on Sky Sports. The lighting has been reworked, pitch textures look more alive, and player movement, while not EAFC level, is finally good enough to convey intent and energy. One user put it really simply: the match engine looks great, love the 3D view as well, playing the matches is enjoyable. And what more could you want? And then we've got the new manager creation and UI flow. The general onboarding for the game is much smoother, menus feel cleaner once you adjust to them, I'll admit, and animations breathe life into previously static screens. There's a modern feel to FM26 that FM24 just didn't have. Does it take some getting used to if you've been playing Football Manager for years? Yeah. But once it clicks, it does start to just feel right. And I guarantee it's a simpler and smoother experience for getting new players into the game than we've had previously. And we'll hopefully see a reduction to the number of people who download the game on Game Pass, load it up, have one look at the wall of text and numbers and close it again without even giving it a proper chance. As may have been mentioned in the negative review, so many people have got issues with the new UI, but it's worth remembering just how many people also thought the old one was so bad that they had to download a skin to change it and make the game playable. There seems to be a lot of rewriting history going on online and talking about the old UI as if it was perfect when it was far from it, and had in fact backed itself into a lot of corners with 20 years of iteration on top of iteration on the original setup from FM 2005. This new game wipes that slate clean and has allowed every single screen and feature to be rethought and redesigned, and although it might not be perfect just yet, there's enough indication of where it's going and what the plan is to view it overall as a positive change. Another underrated gem, the match day flow itself. From pre-match tactical briefings to the post-match data summary, FM26 finally nails the sense of progression through a game week. It feels more alive, more connected, like your choices actually ripple through the season. And let's talk performance, because despite some early beta jitters, once you tweak the settings, FM26 runs well, even on mid-range systems. I simulated 100 seasons in 8 hours on launch night with 0 crashes, which is not bad going at all. The underlying shift to Unity is clearly ambitious, and while not perfect yet, it's already paying dividends in animation, match fluidity, and long-term scalability. And then there's the community buzz. Now, again, I'll admit, not everyone is on board, and we'll go into that in the other video, but many early adopters are loving the evolution. Comments like, "I feel like I'm new to the game again, and that's good," and "this feels like a challenge again, like learning FM from scratch." They're all over the place. So yeah, if you're on the fence, jump in, embrace the new systems, ride out the beta bumps, and experience the evolution of the franchise. Football Manager 26 isn't perfect, but it's ambitious, deep, and absolutely worth your time. And of course, if you have been on the fence and this review has convinced you to take the plunge on the game, you can play it right now through my affiliate link, which is at the top of the description. In the interest of consumer protection, maybe watch the negative review first though, just so you get that balanced feel. And let me know in the comments, are you team masterpiece or team mess? And don't forget, if you want to hear the other side, the "this game is a disaster" crowd, the link to the video is down in the description. Pick your poison, or maybe watch both of them. Who knows? Thanks for watching.